Hello and welcome to the YouTube comment bot intro. In this intro I am going to mimic a YouTube comment bot. Here I go. 1043, I love this, heart emoji, then the one like the heart eyes emoji, and then like sometimes a banana is also mixed in there. 1437, I need a boyfriend, banana. Yeah, I don't like if you haven't seen them, it's great news, but the comment section has been absolutely covered in spam bots. And yeah, don't click on their videos and subscribe for more sex videos. Trust me, I have a very reliable source that says that the videos never come no matter how many times you subscribe. It's I'm millions of dollars in debt. How's it going? I hope you're doing well today. It's not so late. I took the night off of streaming because I have because I did not sleep very well last night, as you can imagine, and then I have early classes next semester, so I'm using this as a reset of my sleep schedule because I'm like real tired. I skipped coffee, I did everything. So it's 1:30, and as soon as I finish this recording, I'm going to bed, and I'm gonna wake up at like ideally 11, and then we're gonna work from there because I have classes I think at 10 a.m. that I actually have to be at next semester, which starts in a little over a week now. Oh god. Anyway, we are Exile Awoken today. When I talk about the champion pass, I want to actually do a quick little my takes on all of the champion paths, because I feel like I wanna put these out there, and then I want to figure out where to shift, like what I need to work on, right? So I think that Prince you can win with any of either of Slay or Reaper, and then the Brawler one in specific circumstances. The Sentient is fine in all three. You're weak in the early game, and then you become stronger as you get past the mid game. The explosive one is probably the best, and I probably think Spikes is the second best, although Cultivating's pretty good too. Tethys, I think that Frostbite Tethys is good, and I think that Conduit Tethys is good, and I think that Spell Weakness Tethys is pretty rough. I just feel like you end up trying, like, you just have to stack up so much Spell Weakness to kill Seraph. It never really feels good. So I'm not a huge Spell Weakness fan. It's okay for heavies though, I guess, but then you have to input a tank as well. And you get a bit of overlap there. I'm not super convinced. It's like maybe Spell Weakness with a Incant floor above that is gaining benefit from you killing the units is good, but I'm not 100% on that one. I think that you can play anything but Architect Penumbra. No Dark Calling, which is the Reform Rector, and you just play the other two, whichever one they show you. I think I like Burnout a little more though. In the Exile Champions, this is where it's a little more questionable. I feel pretty solid about my main faction choices. I think that Tethys is the only one with new developments of, oh wait, Stygian units are so busted you can just play Conduit actually. Queen, you just play whichever one isn't Imp Parade. I think that Wendleton you can play all three, and Strangler 1 as a start is just free. Now Soulguard, the next three are the ones that are a little tricky, right? Soulguard is Frostbite Soulguard is good, and then of the other two, it's like I think I'd probably take Dire Channel, but I wouldn't like it. I really hate the Phase 1, but I've had some good runs with the Phase 1, I guess. You just pick whichever one of these isn't Superfood, unless you're like maybe Exile Awoken. I feel like maybe you can make Superfood work with a Brawler style start from Brawler Prince, right? You get like razor sharp edges and things like that. Maybe you can make Stalwart Snack happen, but I'm skeptical. And then Fade's interesting because you can pick whichever two of the three are your favorite. They're all viable. So that's what I feel about these champions. Just and now I wanna think about basically I think that Soulguard is the champion that I need to work on the most because I just play Cold Channel. And then we'll probably do a little bit of messing around with some of the other fades. It's another melting day. What the hell? That's crazy. If we get Strangler though, the start is so good. If we get Strangler and we can just play Stealth forever, that's nuts. That's so good. I would love to see Strangler here. I hope that you're doing well today though. Don't forget to like the video, comment the video, subscribe the video, and we'll begin. Pushback Talos, Failure Arcus, and Diligent Seraph, Vine Grasp, Molten Encasement, Invigorating Solution. We are Exile Green, Default Blue. We're getting a lot of Exile Clan default melting training right now, which is, well, you know. I'm okay to take wing clippings here. The cards that we have that consume, like if we play Invigorating Solution a second time, it's probably fine. Usually I think it's bad, but it might be helpful against Diligent Seraph when we're light on spells to begin with. Yeah, I really don't think that Firebox is that good with Awoken melting. Ah, no Strangler. I think that with no Strangler you just play Predator. I'm not a huge Thornlord fan. I think that he's fine, but I like Predator more. The reason I like Predator more is because I think that if we see Strangler, I will still take Strangler, and we'll just play Predator 2, Strangler 1. But if we don't, we just go 3 Predators, we buff him up a bunch, and he kills everything. +4, we have Stealth and a bunch of chump blocking. I think that this +4 is fine, actually. Someone told me that if you give a healer more attack, the healer ends up healing for more. And I don't believe it. At some point when we have when the boss is spawned and I'm certain that we're gonna win, I want to test that out. Because it doesn't seem right, because we just gave him +4, but he does not heal for +4 here, you know? So I'm skeptical, and I'm gonna try and figure this out. I should have Vine Grasped the Priest. Oh well. Looks like it's not gonna matter too much. Yeah, it did not make a huge difference. Although, I guess it means that this Foot Soldier gets to go by me, though. It does make a difference, doesn't it? It sure does. It's a difference of 9 HP. I should not have this happen. Maybe I'll get lucky and I won't be punished. No, I am indeed punished. It happens. But it sucks. I needed to kill the priest, and I might have still not had enough, to be fair. They do heal for more! That's wild. That is very not how I expected that to work, because when you take the +4 amulet, they don't heal for more. What the heck? I'm sorry I doubted. I'm very sorry that I doubted. Unbelievable. This is an interesting choice. I'm actually going to go Razor Sharp Edge over Wildwood Sap here, even though we have the wing clippings. Our win condition is going to be the Stealth Tomb, but we'll just play Razor Sharp Edges to buff up Wendleton in case we don't see Strangler. Molded is not a bad idea to grab here because it lets us have a way to bring back Molten Encasement, but we're probably going for endless Molten Encasement game plan. Hard to say. I think I'm gonna skip it. Yeah. I don't want any of these. It's interesting because I'm gonna play this in I'm gonna play this in a wrong way, I'm pretty sure. Multi-strike. Shattered Shell. I can't take Awoken Hollow. I could take Shattered Shell, but that's really bad, I think, with Wendleton. He gets to be really strong really quickly. I guess I could do this and then I could take Space, and I could play Endless Molten Encasement with Space, and I just throw that in front of Shattered Shell. It seems fine, but it doesn't seem great, you know? The problem that we have here is we need one more unit in play somewhere on the field, so that I need to take something so that if I don't see Strangler, we're not gonna lose, is basically my thinking. But Shattered Shell's gonna be really bad into this Talos, actually. Alright, I'm gonna skip it, but just know that I do so, and I acknowledge that this might be incorrect and I might die. I respect and understand this fact, and yet here we go anyway. I'm really not sure, because Wendleton's so big, I don't know what unit I would take. I'd take Husk Hermit, I guess, just because he's easy to play with. Yeah, I'm not gonna take a unit draft for armor 10 here, right? Yeah. I don't think it matters a ton either way, to be fair, but I don't know. The problem that I see here is if I don't get Strangler, I'm just not sure what we're doing. That's all that I'm really concerned about. So I put a Steward here in the mid floor for Collector. I think that I want to... I put one Steward here. I want to play a Vine Grasp on the 5-1. That guy's the real fear. I don't want to take 5 from him. And I guess I'll just play Razor Sharp Edge. I could put it on to one of these enemies, though. I wonder. I think it's right. I don't think we need to take that fire damage. Even though it's just one, I don't think we need to take it. Okay, yeah, this is how you would expect it to look. Fine. Right, we're gonna take like 2. I would have taken an extra 5. No, I would have taken an extra 6 damage for the trial. But most likely the 6 damage is only giving us a unit draft that I'm just gonna skip anyway, so I'm not too concerned about missing it. Fine. Stealth is good, I suppose. I think that we can win this with just Wendleton. I'll take Steel Enhancer because it buffs him. It's good to have to help out the Razor Sharp Edge issues. I need a backline clearing plan, that's all. Which is why I probably should have grabbed Shattered Shell. Could have just put him on a different floor, I suppose. But then I wouldn't have, I maybe would have given him multi-strike. I don't know. It's tough to say. I guess for now we're just gonna ping away at backline and use Dregs as cleanup. We'll play mid floor and then we'll just use Dregs on the top floor to clean up, is my thinking. I'm gonna go right. I want to get this fire health because I don't think we're gonna take 29. I think we're gonna take a little less than that, but I expect to take some damage. And Mold Braces gives a lot of armor. Cool. Dante. Oh, you take Dante, this run gets kind of weird. So there's 2 ways to look at this. There's exactly 2 ways to look at this, and funnily enough, they're the same thing. I just changed the inflection in my voice. Dante is worthless, and Dante is overkill, is how I would say it. We don't need to take Dante because he's overkill, or we take Dante because he's overkill. I guess I say these in 2 different ways. It's not just the inflection of my voice. You put it as a Dante is overkill or Dante is overkill, but in all seriousness, it's Dante, we have Quick Wendleton, we have Molten Encasements, we take Dante, we buff him like crazy. With Quick, he just ruins everything. He destroys enemies. Like, he crushes them. But I think that it's really, I don't think that it's good into Diligent Seraph, and I also just don't think that I want to be taking these candles for the next 3 combats, although it doesn't really matter if we take the candles, to be fair. I'll just miss out on playing some Root Seeds. If I do this, I'm taking space. It's not Curse, right? Is this Curse? Failure? Alright, you know what? I've convinced me. I want to see Dante with Quick just wipe everyone out. I have convinced myself. I think that this is a bad decision, because I think that Talos is going to be a very heavily limiting factor, but I want to see Dante do big numbers, and so we take it. It's fun. I'm gonna try and keep a drag behind. It's just, the armor 5 from Talos is going to be a very, very consistent issue that we face here. Yeah, I'm gonna take a lot, aren't I? Erg. I agree. Erg. So we're putting a drag up here to catch this guy for sure. I have to put something else up there, and it's probably just another drag. I want to get rid of these train stewards, because I need to buff up Wendleton quickly, so I don't need to play Molten Encasement here, is what I'm thinking. And instead I put 2 train stewards up here. And then I give 2 attack to remove 5. It's possible. I also have to keep in mind that I need to be scaling Wendleton as well as I can, which I am keeping in mind, I think. Oh, what am I talking about? This guy doesn't die, because Wendleton doesn't kill frontline yet. He's way too slow right now. I'm gonna get kinda crushed. But we took Pyre Health, right? I took Pyre Health knowing full well that I expect to take a lot of damage in terms of, like, a lot of damage relative to the combat we're on, is how I would put it. Yeah, we're gonna take a lot, though. If I put you here, I think I save. Oh, I don't save. Right, because of the healing. It's fine. Dude, this fight's a little bit rough, though. Again, I don't think we're gonna die because we took that Pyre Health, but maybe I am gonna take 29. Yeah, because that's 12. That guy just whooped me. And you're gonna hit me for a good bit. You do 6. It's tough. It's a tough one. I can get a drag up here to maybe help the damage. I'm not really looking too closely at it, I'll be honest. We're definitely gonna crush Talos, though. Brutal combat, though. Like, we can't kill backline except through pinging them off with these Vine Grasps, and it's fucking pushback Talos, so she gives them all armor. Ugh. So this is 9 damage, and we would have died. We would have died if I didn't take the Pyre Health, it looks like. But also I got these Dante's Candles, so, you know. Right now we're taking 9. If I Vine Grasp this goon to the front, instead we take... Let's take a look. I pull you to the front, you kill Train Steward, then this Train Steward takes 3. You swing, killing here, 11 damage goes here. We'll take 6 instead. Okay, I mean, it's worth it, right? It saves 3 health. 3 health is worth saving. 39, how many rounds? You're gonna be at 7? No, be at 6 down to 5, 7 down to 6. So you're gonna be at, no, yeah, but 7 and you'll be hitting. So you have 7 stacks of stealth, plus you'll have a total of 35 armor, so 66 health. So that's, my rough estimate is you have about 14 rounds against Talos. Right now you're doing about 40 damage. 40 times 14 is 560, but one of those hits goes here. So I think that we're a little short. If my math is correct, whenever I do this math, I'm always wrong, though. Like, every time I do this sort of math, I'm wrong. When I sit down, I try to really estimate exactly how much we're going to be taking. But I'm gonna follow my instinct here. I'm pretty sure that I have to take that 3 from Dante's Candle. We'll see. I was wrong. I didn't need to. I drew the other Molten Encasement too. So it's a situation where I didn't need to as well because of the draw, but there were draws where it wouldn't have happened if my math was right, but somehow my math was incorrect. What did I forget to factor in there? I guess the quick gives another round. You what? Why is that not right? I don't know. It's probably just I probably did some rounding that was incorrect if I were to take a guess. It's fine either way. Tiny Stalker is interesting, but I think I'm okay. We have Dante coming up in 2 combats. And until then, Like, how do I not die in the next combat? This is what we have to do. We have to work out how I don't die in the next combat. I mean, I would love to take Thorned Hollow and say he does it for us, but it's not Thorned Hollow. It really is just, it's the same thing we did in the last combat there, but instead, and I am taking space. It's the same thing we just did, but the enemies don't have the 5 armor that screws us over. I don't need anything from the steel shop. I would love to go to the removals, but I'm gonna go to the right here because I think we need to take higher health. Also, if there's a strangler in here, all of our woes are gone. Okay, we're fine. The run is won. All of my like planning and thinking was based around us not seeing Strangler there. We saw Strangler. There's like almost no chance we lose the next combat now. Something has to go very, very wrong for us to lose this combat. Oh, this is pretty wrong. But I take Heaven's Seal here because if they go up, then our Wendleton died, so it doesn't matter. If the enemies pass this floor, we are already dead. And that's all there is to it. Okay. We have to get to the stealth tomb. Tomb? Tome? Tomb. Tomb. Definitely tomb. We just have to get to that, and then we are fine. I guess I could have put the train steward. No, he wouldn't have died though. Okay, yeah, 100% we're gonna win this combat now. I do take some damage for it though. I take 3 from the candles. That's the Dante attacks. I'm thinking about taking 6. It's not right. Oh, I should throw these dregs up here for the armor, shouldn't I? Yeah. Honestly, Stealth Strangler Wendleton feels like cheating. Endless Stealth Strangler Wendleton feels like it's cheating. Oh, I stole 5 armor from him by, or I stole 10 armor from him by putting this drag here. Has to go behind because it cascades like that. I always forget. Yeah. I need to get a little more, attack onto Wendleton here. If I can, I'll Vine Grasp this haste away. Yeah, especially with this draw. Holy moly. What the hell, Dante's candles? I drew all 3 again. I drew triple candle twice. That's not supposed to happen. Thankfully we hit that Vine Grasp, so we're fine, but it was definitely a little bit concerning. Slightly worrying, I would say. Oh, and I take 2 curses here, huh? Because I left these clowns. Yeah. We're good. We're good. It's fine. I think that maybe duplicating that steel enhancer was wrong in case we lost it on this combat, but you know. This actively is going to hurt us. Combustible wax is bad. We want to put burnout 1 on both of these molten encasements. Combustible wax makes that burnout 4, which is bad. We definitely don't want to take that. Awoken's Rail Spike. Could take Pyrogrow too. I don't think that it matters a ton anymore. I will do Pyrogrow. And then we just take draw for sure. I think we're already taking draw for sure, but I'll take Pyrogrow anyway. And we're like, we are to the point where all I need to do is remove cards. I am pretty sure. A little risky to remove cards because we have the candles, but I think that we're in a fine spot here. Now, I said that I just wanted to remove cards, but I am gonna go left because I want the health, and I want to buy stuff from the magic shop. Mainly cost downs, basically entirely cost downs. I wouldn't mind a holdover for Razor Sharp also. Plus 10s are not super useful here. Double stack is actually worthless. Okay, this shop was not very good, but that's fine. I guess I should have gone to removals because I need to go to the steel shop for Dante. Oh hey, Thornfruit just means that Seraph the Diligent is a freebie now. God, that's so good. Thornfruit is so good in the Seraph the Diligent. That's crazy. Oh wait, I don't have to do this. I mentioned this in my Discord today. I just had like a moment of clarity where I went, huh, you know? Can take every trial. It's crazy to me that I could skip removals at that shop though. normally, like in another situation, in a Slay the Spire style video game, you don't get to choose, right? If that makes sense. You have to do the removal there because otherwise you're gonna fall behind on removals. But not here. You get to do it whenever. I can just look and say, oh, I'm going to a shop on the next floor, so it doesn't matter if I remove right now or on the next floor. The only reason to remove is if I'm worried about us dying in this room, which I am not. As you can probably guess, I feel fairly confident here. I do want to play Pyre Grow. Oh yeah, it preserves sometimes. That's a little weird. Doesn't matter though. Dante is a 29 times 6. When I look at Dante and I see 29 and I go, that's not that good, right? But then I just don't even bother to do the math in my head of the times 6. I actually really need to hit Burnout 1, huh? My Molten Encasements don't die. They don't get hit. And that's gonna be a problem because I need that stealth to be stacking, I'm pretty sure. Although if this deck ends up being thinned out like it's supposed to, I guess we're just gonna do this and it's fine. I don't know. Is this an issue? Dante's doing 300 damage quickly, so I don't know if it's an issue or not. I really am returning to being the guy from the YouTube that takes Dante. They just keep showing me Dante. I don't know what to do. I will skip here. I don't need to take Engulfed in Smoke. I know I'm talking about being worried about stealth, but we have a 30 card deck. Instead, I'm going to thin down at this shop. This is where we spike our deck's power a lot. So what do we give Dante? We can't give him Large Stone. Health doesn't matter. I think I want to give him Battlestone and +10. I think the Battlestone is nice, although it doesn't really... I don't need to give him health. Never mind. I just want to give him 2 +10s, although I won't see a second +10 unless we go to another Steel Shot. I'm probably going to the removals. Yeah, okay. I'm just gonna plan to leave here with everything that I want. Okay, I got nothing that I wanted here. And that's tragic. It is that way sometimes. I just really wanted to get Burnout 1. Like, Melting Spout would be good even. I'll save 370. I'll just sit on it. Elhorn card, Awoken card. I'll just take the money. Doesn't matter, I'm not gonna take any of those. But like here, if I want to, I could go through and I can remove, I can just remove 4 cards because I've stockpiled money. And I never risk missing anything if I wanted to go like to a trinket shop, you know? It's kind of crazy. I think that Arcus can potentially pose an issue. Maybe. Guess we'll just move on. I think that this can be an issue. I'm not certain though. I'm always more respectful of Arcus than I am that 5 extra damage ends up adding up to a lot real quickly. Now, if Arcus is following the patterns that I think he is lately, the expected outcome is he should go mid-floor with the Harvest and then top floor with the next incant. However, I think that he can also go top floor and place a Harvest here. Yeah, that's definitely not what I expected him to do. In none of my thinking did I think he would do that. That's really, really odd. I don't know what else to say. So he's gonna go top floor and play an Incant Shard, but he might play an Incant Shard here. That's the, so I've hinted at it before. Bosses have the ability, the floating bosses have the ability to do their effect on the floor they're standing on every now and then, just to mix it up so they're not 100% predictable. Like, usually it's move and play, move and play, move and play. But sometimes they go play and move instead. It's just for fun, you know? Just to add a little spice. And that's what Arcus just did to us, basically. I mean, it's nice that he did that. It saved us 2 curses. Very, very nice. Very fortunate that he did that. Honestly. Like, really, really good for us that he did that. Just interesting as well. And he came to mid 4 here. He should have gone bottom 4, so I really have no idea what Arcus is doing, if I'm being honest here. He went bottom, middle, top, middle, bottom, which I don't think seems right. But I suppose. You should probably gonna go top 4 with Harvest here. Okay. He occasionally does what I would expect him to do, but he also doesn't do what I would expect him to do a lot of the time as well. Kind of a mystery, man. I could Pyre Grow here. Sure. It preserved again. I'm just gonna have Infinity Energy. Incant Shard mid 4 here. Not too surprising. I'm not playing Pyre Grow again, I don't care. I have to be killing my tombs off myself because I think I need this stealth. I feel like I need this stealth. I probably don't actually need it. I mean, how much damage is this? Like 300 something? Yeah, okay, he doesn't even get a swing off here. 67 times 6 is like 400 damage per round, roughly. Yeah, a lot. 1017 to 650. Yeah, it's 402. Okay. I mean, that 4 will kill Seraph. You need that 4 to hit like maybe 10 times, but 10 times is overkill. That's 4100. So more likely you need that 4 to hit like 9 or 8 times, but we have the quick, so we only have to be ready to hit 8 times basically, because 1 round is free. That makes sense. I'm not taking any of these. This feels like draw for sure. I don't need space, and I don't think I need energy because of Pyre Grow, so I'll just take draw. Makes it easier to play Pyre Grow on top of everything else. After the last Steel Shop was so bad, I think I just go left. Take the Steel Shop. It's fine with me. This one's also looking pretty bad, I gotta say. Alright, we got the plus 10 at least. I really wanted to see Burnout 1, but we didn't. I really wanted to see Burnout 1 here, though. I am pretty sad that we didn't. I think it's slightly better to go Strangler 2 than it is Predator 2. Well, yeah, it is better because this is basically going to buy Dante 1 more round in Relentless, and 1 more round of Dante doing his 400 or so damage is going to be better than the effect of Predator 2, which is the multi-strike, because we're not throwing him any buffs. So I'll take Strangler 2. Not a whole lot of runs where you pick Strangler 2, but I suppose this is one of them. Invasion Trial, I'm in. Invasion Trial should be at most 20 damage. Like, max damage it can do should be 20. And it's gonna do 20 because of the sting. It saves us 10. And this is a 4 that does 30 to the Pyre, but then they die. Yeah, just looking, just making sure that I'm not missing anything there. We're fine. 20 damage for 400 gold here, I think, is a pretty good trade. And we get the Collector, very beautiful. Absolutely nice. And then from here, because Strangler just stops enemies from moving by, and since we're quick, we just cut everything down, right? Yeah. The Strangler doesn't even matter anymore, the rooting. It just matters that he Yeah, it just matters that he gives quick to Dante. But the interesting thing is we saw large stone and quick in the last 2 shops, so we could have had the same sort of effect. But it would have not been exactly the same, obviously, because we wouldn't have had it as quickly. Might be right to leave those alive so they can kill our things. I'm not sure. Like, maybe when we're drawing 10 cards per turn, we're buffing Dante enough that I don't need the stealth, but I feel better when I have the stealth, I'll be honest. Yeah, sure. I want to leave this one intact because I want it to kill my stealth too. Seems right. Triple candle draws are going to be a little awkward, but it's fine anyway. We're just not getting the stealth, and it really is just a question of, is the stealth important enough that we need it to kill Seraph? I'm not sure. That's Root Seeds. Wrong card, by the way. I think it shouldn't be. I mean, our Dante is doing how much damage here in a single round? He does 86 times 6. Which is that's a lot. It's a lot of damage. It's like somewhere around 500, like mid 500s, I think, like 530-ish is what my initial take on it is. I'm okay. I don't need any of these, and I don't think I need any of those. Like, again, could take Engulfed in Smoke, but I have so much money. I'm just gonna look for Burnout 1 more time. That's what I'm gonna do. I don't think I need the removals that badly. It's been large stone every shop. We went 3 steel shops in a row and didn't see the Burnout 1 effect. Like, it's still, I was eligible for it. I just didn't see it. Kinda sad. Happens like that sometimes though. Hey, what was in here? A plus 10? It's like, it doesn't really matter. I feel like to basically spend 1 removal to give Dante 10 more attack doesn't seem that useful. Really, none of this feels that useful. Flicker's Licker's okay. I'll see if I have enough left over to buy it. I'll pull out Dreg. You know, often it feels not great to me when you have this sort of a situation where you go to 3 shops looking for something and you don't get it. And so our power didn't increase at all in these 3 interim periods because I didn't remove. I guess in this one I got like plus 10 on Dante, but I don't know. It's not that big of a deal either way, I suppose. It just feels bad when that happens, I think. If you have one pickup that you want to get and you don't get it. But it is also fine. Right, so we're gonna play these stings. We're just gonna play mid 4. And we're gonna take a curse next turn also, but I don't care. Someone pointed out that if you put a drag on the top 4, it means that Seraph is gonna go up there, which is a really good point. Yeah, okay. So I complained about it once. I said, it sucks that this Light Wings went up there and I just took 15 damage and there was nothing I could do. And someone said, well, there was something you can do. Don't play the drag up there. And I went, are you sure? Turns out that Seraph just does whatever the fuck Seraph wants to do. Doesn't matter what we want. Mortal whims are not a concern of Seraph's. I think that it is like also this specific Seraph just doesn't have any regard for where your units are, so his AI just moves around randomly, actually, as well. So maybe the other Seraphs care. I'm not sure. Well, my hand was full for the, drew too many cards for the sting. Interesting. Just leave it up to a 50-50 on the Root Seeds. Cool. Preserved. Get frigged, Seraph. The first time I ever fought Seraph the Diligent, I had this relic, and I went, oh, Seraph the Diligent, that guy seems easy. That guy seems really free. I don't understand. That doesn't seem like he's an issue at all. What is there to be afraid of? I figured it out, don't worry. I don't think he's my least favorite Seraph. I don't know if I have a least favorite Seraph anymore. For a while it was, of course, everyone's least favorite Seraph, which is Diligent. Or not Diligent, sorry, fuck. Everyone's least favorite Seraph is, of course, Patient. But I don't know, I've kind of gotten over my distaste for Patient Seraph. I think that he's fine. Even though he puts out a ton of damage and sometimes just cheats you out of a otherwise good run, more often than not it's just, oh hey, I can't really kill heavies at all, but it doesn't matter because it's Patient Seraph. He only has one wave with 2 heavies on it. He's a lighter load for that, which is nice. I think anyway. Does this win? I think this wins. Oh yeah, it's fucking Diligent Seraph, and we have Dante. Dante's a ×9 on Diligent Seraph. God. I've spent this whole combat in my mind. I was like, huh, Dante's really killing here, huh? He's crushing. He's going nuts. That's right. That works that way. Dante is a 90 ×9. He's not a ×6 here. If he was a ×6, we would still be winning, of course, but... would we? Let me just pull up the calculator. I have an instance of calculator open somewhere over here. Let me just pull out the numbers here. It's 9. I'm interested to see it. So he's doing 810 per round right now. And otherwise he would be doing 540. Wow, that's a pretty big jump. Roughly 180 damage increase, huh? Crazy how that works. Oh no, it's 270 actually, because it's eating me. I think that we would have still killed at 540 damage though. We had a lot of time there, it felt like. Maybe not. I don't know. You can sit down and do the fine math on that one to see. But yeah. I think that the takeaway here is that giving your floor quick is usually good, and stopping the enemies from going past you is usually good. If we didn't hit Strangler, I think that we might have died on 4-4, but as long as we survived 4-4, we would have crushed it with Dante. Dante would have just gone mad. As as he did. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.